Hi guys, it's Bren here, Time Warp Art. I thought instead of streaming I would just make a quick video on how I'm going to mount and put my book together for the 6x6 Artful Evidence challenge given by Rach0113 here on YouTube. And so I've got my camera in a different setup. I've got a little different lighting, so y'all need to tell me at the end of this how you like the lighting and the setup and everything. I am attempting to use a new setup on the opposite counter where I usually stream from on Ustream, so we'll see how this works. Okay, so the Artful Evidence 6x6 challenge, Rach puts up a new, in her Facebook group, she puts up a new prompt every Saturday. And the first prompt was flowers, which was last week. And this past Saturday, it was doodles. And here's mine for that. So what I'm going to do is mount my 6x6 pieces onto 8x8 and put them into an album this way. And the covers are 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, or are they 8.5 by 8.5, sorry. But the covers are just out of chipboard, okay, and so I'll show you that in a minute, but let's do first things first. Okay, so I've got all my supplies behind me. So the first thing you have to notice is that it's 2 pages together. Okay, got 2 8x8 scrapbook papers together, and here are the scrapbook papers that I'm using. This one is an old 7 Gypsies called Paddington. It's 8x8. This one is 7 Gypsies also. They're all 3 7 Gypsies. Collections from the Journey. And this one is Avignon. Okay, so they're double-sided, they're all 8x8, they've got a variety of papers in them, but there's multiples, so you can use one side or the other, so that's a good thing. And this one is Maps. It's a really nice one. But I've liked these papers, but I've not really found a good use for them until now. I love this one especially. I'll be using mostly this one probably. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. A drink of water. Got allergy problems. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken 2 sheets and put them together, and I'm using this also that I now haven't used much of, the Craft Glassine from Ideology. This has 36 sheets in it. They are, get this around the right way, they are 5x8. Okay, so then what I've done is cut them into, and just in half, in 2 strips, so they're 8 by 2.5. Okay, this is 5x8, so 2.5 by 8. Okay, so you get 2 pieces out of each sheet. Okay, so here's what it looks like. What it reminds me of is waxed grocery bag, because if you look through it, you can see the texture that's through there, but it's fairly smooth paper. And you can use anything you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be this. Okay, it doesn't really have to be that. But I'm trying to use what I have as much as possible because I keep buying new stuff. Okay, so I just cut it in half. And the line. I've got like 3 of these. I love these cutters. Back where it belongs, I won't have to put it away later. Okay, so then I've got 2 of these. Now what I like to do is take my Score Pal, and this is the big one because the little one is only good for 6 by 6. So my Score Pal, and line it up over here, and then I'm going to score a line at 1 1/4, right down the middle. And you want to do it gently. You don't want to do it because, and this paper, it does not have a regular grain to it. It really has just an all over mishmash of fibers. Okay, that's what I want to say. It has a mishmash of fibers, and they're just all over the place. So it does not have a grain like regular paper would have a grain. So when you have regular paper, okay, let me grab one of these sheets from here and I'll show you what I mean about regular grain. Okay, when you fold a piece of paper, you see how easily that goes? Okay, like this. Now, one way will give you a little more resistance. See, this way is giving me a little more resistance than this way. And that's the case with, for example, the covers. All right, there's a grain to the cover, so it's rather stiff this way, but it gives more resistance this way. You see, it gives more flexibility this way. Here, let me do it this way, then you can see, and I'll turn it, and I can barely move it. So, that being said, once you get two pieces put together, you put one. Okay, so we're more flexible this direction. Okay, this one is more flexible this direction. If you put those two together, you've got a really strong piece of chipboard. It's a double piece of chipboard. We're not going to do that with this book, though. What I want to do is use a single layer and have them both flexible opening. Okay, at the opening. Okay, we'll do that later. That's much later. All right, back to this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and score both of these. And once you've done that, I'm going to press a little harder. But if you go slow, you're less likely to create a wonky line. Okay? You want a straight as line as possible. Okay, let me move this for a minute. This is glass, so we're seeing how the glass is going to work. I did order the Tim Holtz glass mat. That's supposed to be here next month. Sometime in April. It got delayed. Okay, so you're going to reinforce the line, and it'll make a mark. Your bone folder will make a mark on it, and that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Okay, you want to do that, and you want to do it to the other one. And go carefully. And it doesn't matter if it's not exact. We're not doing origami here. Oh, my crane count is 856 plus a baggie full. That's my crane count. Yay! So I think I have enough catalog squares cut to finish my 1,000. Oh, we'll see. Okay, I'll update y'all on that later. Okay, so we've got the two pieces cut. So now what we're going to do is, you see how I've got the score tape. This is score tape. It's double-sided tape. Whatever you decide to call yours. This is the Suk Wang brand. I love that. Alright, so you're going to put this onto, well, this one's not folded yet because I wanted to show you. But you see how it's on opposite sides. You see this? It's on opposite sides. That's because we're going to attach the sheets. So your full sheet is on the front. Your full sheet is on the inside. Page 2, if you want to call it page 2, has the 1 1/4 inch of the craft showing. See? So your total 8 by 8 shows on this page, and then you've got your borders on the inside. Okay? So that's what we're shooting for. Alright? So then we're going to take the score tape, if we can find the end of it. There it is. Alright? And you've all seen this done a million times. Go ahead and put your score tape. I like to put it close to the edge, but not on the edge. And then about a 1/4 inch away, this is a 1/4 inch score tape, so about that far from the inside fold. You want that inside fold to be free to give your pages that little extra room to move. Okay, so you've got this like here. You're going to flip that over, and you're going to put your score tape here so that it's on opposite sides. Okay, just like this. Do that again. And on this craft glassine, you do have to burnish this tape down. It will stick, but if you don't burnish it down, it will come up. All right, I'm going to set aside the score tape. Now I'm going to go ahead and burnish this tape down. That's the way it's not going to go anywhere. Flip it over. I'm trying to stay on camera. This is a whole different setup here, folks. Okay, there we go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your next two pieces of, oh, here they are. Hello. Two pieces of your scrapbook paper. And let me do a flower one. Here's a flower one. Haven't done this yet, so I like to do a flower one. Okay. All right, now I like to use my scoreboard, so let me bring the scoreboard back up here. This is going to help me line things up. Okay, put that on top, and I'm going to use these edges to help me line this up. So what you want to do is, you know that your full sheet is going to be on top, so you want your fold to be like this. So here's your full sheet, here's going to be your full sheet. Okay. Alright, so what you want to do now is you've got to make sure, and I will fold it back the other way for a minute and push it up against the side and against the top, and then I will put my sheet here and I'll make sure that I have it the way I want it. Okay, and it's going to fold like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pull this. I've got to corral these things, they drive me crazy. They're all over the room, being curly, so I'm going to put it in a little trash bag. Okay, so you're going to set that here. Well, actually, probably the easiest way to do it, let's reverse that. Let's put it on this side instead. Okay, so the sticky is up. You're going to put your sheet, flip it over the right way, right side around, line it up, push both up to the top, and then you're going to bring the sticky down and press. Okay, now bring the sticky down and press. That's the more easier way to do it, like so. And there's your sheet. Now you're going to take it and you're going to fold it the other way, and you're going to line it up like this. You're going to take your tape off. And remember, you're looking at it upside down. You got to make sure you get your sheet the right way up. Okay, so you'll put it on upside down once you've determined which way it goes. Which way do I want that? Hold on a minute, people. Let me figure out which way I want it. Okay, I think that's the way I want it. Now, upside down. Line it up at the top. Push it to, line everything up best you can, and fold it down. And there you go. Okay. And you may discover that your paper is a little bit longer than, your craft is a little bit longer than your paper. So you might want to, oops, that little bit there. You might want to trim that. That's the way I am. I have to trim it. Okay, so there's the first page. There's the second page. And it's right side up the way I wanted it. So there you go. Okay, so now you have your double pages, like so. And then you can center your artwork on the pages. And then, oops, a loud noise, sorry. I'm hoping the audio comes out. It wouldn't let me switch to the camera's microphone. It's using the one on the computer, which is over there. So we shall see how the sound comes out. Okay, so then what I'll do is I will take all of my signatures, and I'm going to do 3 together, like so. All right, and then I will put 3 holes, and then I will do just a stab stitch in and out and tie them off, just like I have done all of my signatures recently. Just a simple tie. You line them up, and you're going to put a clip. What did I do? Oh, I knew I had clips. There we are. Clip and a clip. Hello. There we are, like that. And then you're going to get your pokey tool, your punchy thing, whatever you want to poke holes with. I start in the middle first, so I'll do the middle one. Just eyeball it. I'm not going to measure. And you poke all the way through. All right. Oh, I didn't get my stitching kit out. Okay, I'll just have to reach over there and get it. And about an inch and a quarter, about the width of this craft glassine. You're going to punch a hole there, and you're going to do the same thing from the top, like so. All right, and you're going to put your punchy thing away so you don't stick yourself. Hold on while I get the kit here. And my thread, there we go. Okay, so I've got my, this is, what I use is dual duty, heavy duty thread. It's Coates & Clark, it's 100% polyester. Yeah. Or you can use quilting thread, you can use wax linen, whatever you like, whatever you have. Sometimes I'll just use crochet thread. You know, crochet cotton, which is much thicker. I'll show you that in a second. It's much thicker. Need to get a long needle. There we go. I have all my long needles in this little tube. I used to have beads in there. Now I've got needles. Okay, I'm going to set that there. Let me show you the crochet cotton. Oh, where did he go? Hello, where are you? There you are. Okay, so I've got a little ball of crochet cotton. I have 2 of these actually. This is a toothpick. You buy toothpicks in this thing, the dispenser. And what I'll do is run the thread. It's not in there right now because it fell off and it came undone, so I never did put it back. It fell off my desk. So anyway, I will put it in here through the top bone, and then I can pull my crochet thread out, but I can also close that enough where it doesn't pull. Okay, when I want some, I just twist it open. Okay, so I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 times the length, and I'm going to snip it. So 3 times the length. And now if I can manage to thread this while I'm on camera, we're going to be doing good. And you can use, you can use this, you can use the other thread, the thinner thread. It just depends on what you want to do. I like the look of the black because I have a lot of black in my papers. So I'm going to go ahead and use the crochet cotton. And I thread that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to go through the middle. See, is that right? I go through the middle and come up, go and come down. Yes, that's right. Because I want the tail to be in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to this tail. And I'm going to see if I can get through the hole. There we are. Upsie daisy. Now I'm going back down through this hole, but not catching, I'm trying not to catch that thread with my needle because you don't want to shred it. Okay, so down through the hole in the center, and then up through the other hole, and we're going to be back in the middle. Okay, where's the other hole? There it is. Gotcha. Okay, now we're going to be back in the middle. Now I need a little bit more thread, so I'm going to have to back that up and pull this. Did you see that? Alright. Actually, I think I'm going to stick that in there. Okay, so now I'm going to tie it. And this is the simplest way to do it. I loop over twice, pull it back to the center, put my finger there, pull it through, and I go the other way. Just like your macrame, you go both directions. It's like 3 half hitches. Okay, and I leave, oh, I don't know, an inch, inch and a half, half an inch, I don't know, whatever. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. Now I can take the clips off. Okay, and there you have one signature. Okay, here's your pages. And I don't think I'm going to be particular as to what kind of order my pages are going to be in. I'm just going to do it, whatever paper looks best. That's what I'm going to do. I have to make sure my music is right side up. That would drive me crazy. The music was upside down. Music staff upside down. No, not good. Okay, so let me see. I can't do the math right now, but we're supposed to have, if we're going to do 52, so it's going to be a year long. If we do 52, then we have 52 pages, but we're going to have 26 double spreads, if that's right. So you can put one on one side and one on another side. So you can have one here, etc., etc., all the way through. But I'm going to do sets of 3 in my signatures, and that's what's going to be in the books. And when I do the cover, I'm going to do the covers so that I have a spine here. Now, I don't know what size the spine is going to be yet until I get all my signatures finished. So I will not be putting the book together. Now, I'm going to decorate the covers. I am probably going to do something along Seth Apter style that I'm learning right now. And we'll see how that goes. But I won't be putting the covers together until my signatures are done, because I have no idea how thick to make the spine. Okay, so it's going to fit. So there's about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay, so I'm thinking 8.5 by 8.5 is going to be good. It may change. I could cut them down later. It may change. And I used the corner chomper to get it. Oh, there we go. To get it rounded. Thing. I used the corner chomper. So, oh, you want to see what that looks like? For those who don't know, this is a crocodile. No, it's not. We Are Memory Keepers. Crocodile. That's right. It's crocodile. We Are Memory Keepers. Crocodile. 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch corner chomper. So that's what that looks like. And then you open it up and you put your paper in and go chomp. Yeah, so that's what I did for the covers. And like I said, I'm not going to put those together until the book's done. You know, all the signatures are done, because I have no idea how thick to make it. I can paint them and everything. So I'll probably do that on a video. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do to mount my book and mount all of my 6x6 challenge pages. I'm going to do it like that. And I'm just going to do a few at a time, because I don't want all the signatures just hanging around, you know, waiting. So I'm just going to do them as I go, and then we'll mount them up and see how it turns out at the end of the year. I'm really excited about this. That's really cool. Love it. Okay, so that's just basically how I'm going to do it. It's not difficult, and it doesn't take long, as you can see. It doesn't take long at all to put some together. And just a simple stitched signature. I think 3 is going to be quite thick enough once you get all of your, because this will hold, let's see, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, this will hold 12 6x6s, this right here. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, and what I'm going to do for my 6x6s, I'm going to do this as a technique book. Everyone is going to be a different technique. And I've got some stickers that I want to put somewhere down at the bottom or at the top or wherever that's going to have the information. Like this one is watercolor background with salt technique, freeform leaves cut from a watercolor sheet I had just left over. Washi tape. This is just a punch, scalloped punch. Well, I guess you need to see closer, don't you? A scalloped punch, and I drew on it, just doodled. Okay, did a little shading with the Faber-Castell Pitt pen. This is a Diane Reevely stamp. I cut it out and glued it down and then outlined it, and I outlined this also. But anyway, that's that technique. And this one is a piece of scrapbook paper. I doodled on this. Yeah, this is just grown from the corner. This is grown from the bottom up. And I kind of used the lines in this scrapbook paper to doodle. And then I stamped the big letters and colored them in with white acrylic paint. I didn't have any white ink. I was going for the white ink, but it wasn't working for me, so I had to get out the acrylic paint. And then I outlined those with black pen, and then I wrote in those two, and then there's a little, like a thought cloud deal right there, a little thought cloud. And then I had another scalloped punch that I punched out of some watercolor background, and then I did some, doodling on that. And so that is my doodle page. So I want to put different techniques on every 6x6, and I've always wanted a technique book, and I know so many things, but I want to get them all in one place. And sometimes I will be using things I've already done. I have a folder chock full of things. Yeah, lots and lots of things that I've done, and I would like to use some of these and incorporate them into my 6x6s, either as backgrounds or part of the page, or take the technique and redo it on a new 6x6. So that has been in process for years, and there's more in the drawer. It's just, yeah. Okay, I guess I'm going to sign off now and leave you guys to it. Let me know how you like the setup. I'm losing my voice. Yeah, it's late night. It's almost midnight. I think I do my best thinking at night. I'm a night owl. Okay, so I will probably be doing more of these recordings, and we'll see how the setup works. If we need to change it, we'll do that. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you around.